How's it feel just to come down here and pick up a big win like this at the end of the season?
This is tremendous. I don't know that there's too many teams in recent memory that have come down here and been able to win because the quality of program they have and their coaching staff and kids, just tremendous. So for us to come down and play the kind of game we did was it's just great for us.
We could talk about the game and all that kind of stuff, but tell me how your kids have progressed here just through the last 10 weeks. I mean, they really have come a long way, and what have you seen from them?
Well, I'm starting to see some maturity. That's one of the things I've been preaching on them since the summer. We're still a relatively young team, and they like to have fun. I don't want to squelch all that. I want them to come out and, hey, if we come out and take care of our business as far as practices and you prepare, and if you put it on the line on Friday night and come out away with 9 wins in a regular season, there's not a lot you can argue with. So I'm just proud of our kids and our assistant coaches. I mean, you can tell they care, and you can tell that they're bonding a lot better.
Did you think this felt a whole lot like a playoff atmosphere here tonight?
It did. It's great. It's a great place. It's first-class way to do things. They have a nice stadium, good football team with Berlin. And, again, I was a little surprised at the way the outcome ended up just because of the respect for them and the way they've handled teams this year. So, again, it's just a great effort by our kids and our coaches, and it's one of those things when you look up and see 33-10, you did something and you earned it tonight.
Right. And this game was won on the line. Whenever you guys were moving the ball, you were winning the line of scrimmage. When they were moving the ball, they were. So how did your line step up there in the second half and kind of just take over?
I think it's just staying with the plan. I mean, they have a good defensive front. I mean, I know they had not given up a lot of touchdowns this year, so we saw that on tape. They hadn't given up a lot of yardage, for that matter. So we were concerned, but I think our guys up front have gotten better. It's just a matter of when you're on the offensive line, you know where the ball's going. You have to get off the football and try to execute. They took some things away. I was especially impressed with their defensive tackles and nose guard because those guys have good movement. They're strong. And I thought it was a real good battle on both sides with the line of scrimmage.
And what kind of strength did you see from your team tonight after Berlin started gaining some momentum there?
Well, they were driving on the first possession of the second half, and we were able to hold them, and they muffed the field goal, and we stopped them, and we bring it right back down. So that's the kind of thing you want to see out of your kids. I mean, you want to see the growth where you can be able to stop them. We put them in the 4th and long position. Their kicker's outstanding. So you're thinking, it might be 13-12 here, but they mishandled the snap or whatever, and then we were able to turn it around and move the football down the field. So, again, it's one of those things you have to be able to steal the momentum back.
And how do you think this win's going to help you? I keep saying next week, but for you guys in 2 weeks, how do you think it's going to help you in 2 weeks in the playoffs here?
Well, I hope it gets us in a better mindset. I hope it shows us that we can play with a lot of these teams, and the playoffs are going to be difficult for sure. I mean, there's going to be 12 solid football teams in there. And the thing of it is, I think it's better to go into the bye week with a win than it is a loss because then you're going to do more searching and what ifs and things like that. But we have to maintain our level of we have to maintain our level of commitment and our level of trying to do the right things to get better. I mean, you can't. This is going to be over after this weekend. We got to come back. We have a few days off next week, but we got to come back and we got to make sure that we take it to the next level with our habits and practice.
If I'd have told you at the beginning of August that you guys would be 9-1 after 10 weeks and have beaten a good Berlin team here in week 10, what would you say?
I would have signed on the dotted line. I would have. I mean, it's again, it's a credit to the kids and the assistant coaches, the whole staff. I mean, we have great guys that all buy in. It's small town high school football, but people care. People get compassionate about it. We have guys on our staff, other than me, they're all Homer grads, and they want to see you do well. That's why they're involved with it. And we had a great crowd here tonight. The band did a great job. They were loud. It was the support we needed, and you're an hour and a half away. So it was just great for our community tonight.
All right, sounds great.